In the meadow, everything is whirring and buzzing. The flowers send out their fragrance and lure the bees in, so they can have their pollen distributed. These are the bumblebees. But all bees carry the pollen from one flower to another. And they don't work for free. Some of the pollen they save for themselves in little baskets on their legs. And they also suck the sweet pollen juice, nectar. But one flower fools them, the orchid. It has no nectar for the bees, and still it tempts them with its beautiful purple color and its yellow stamen. A thirsty bee sticks its head far, far down into the flower to find sweet nectar. But there isn't any, and instead a yellow stamen is attached to its head. It's stuck on really well, and the bee can't dislodge it. The bee continues from flower to flower, and every time it deposits a little pollen and gets another stamen for the collection. The bee may feel a bit ridiculous, but the orchid has had all its flowers pollinated without giving the bee anything in return. Imagine a flower being that clever. Wasps also live on nectar and sweet things. But at the same time, they're predators. Here they've caught a grasshopper, but they don't eat it themselves. The grasshopper is turned into little balls that are flown home to the wasp larvae in the nest. This is the way of all wasps that live communally. But there are other wasps that live all alone and feed their larvae in a completely different manner. This is the mason wasp, busy building a house for its larva. It's made a ball of sand mixed with saliva, a kind of cement. And then it distributes the mixture with its mouth, making an exquisite bowl. But what on earth will the wasp larvae eat? Another mason wasp gives us the answer. The house is filled with delicious butterfly larvae. The mason wasp has stung the larvae, so they're paralyzed. They're still alive, but they can't move anymore. One of the butterfly larvae has a bit of movement left in it, but it won't get far. The wasp lays its egg on top of the larvae before it seals the house, and that way the little wasp larva has fresh food for the entire winter. As a final touch, she uses dirt in different colors and paints the house to resemble the rock face. Now the house is completely hidden, and no one can see where the wasp's larva lives. It's not easy to spot the weasel. It peeks out, and then it's gone again. Where did it go? There it is. It's as quick as lightning, and it's at once terribly curious and terribly cautious. It lives beneath the rocks in an old mouse hole. And now, oh, it's time for a short nap. A lump of dirt can serve as a pillow. No, it's not quite right yet. Ah, yes, and a dry leaf can be used as a mattress. One more turn. Ah, and then it's satisfied. Soon the weasel is rested again. It doesn't sleep for long stretches of time. And now it's time to go hunting. It's on to its favorite thing and eagerly follows the scent. It scouts, listens, and scents. This is where it shows its specialized nature. It's a mouse catcher. The mouse detects danger, but it's already too late. The weasel has found the mouse hole. The mouse is killed by a bite to the neck. Is the coast clear? Yes. And then it's time to drag the catch home. Oh, it takes a lot of strength. The mouse is almost as large as the weasel itself. But it all works out anyway. Like lightning, it tears along. Back at the den, it's finally dinner time. And the entire mouse is eaten. It's a good, nourishing meal. And that's just what the smallest predator in Northern Europe needs to continue to be a great mouse catcher. The old castle lies abandoned. No one lives here any longer. Well, at least, no people. But someone seems to have moved into the attic. They've messed on the floor. Who can it be? Ah, it's the pygmy bat. It's a nocturnal creature that sleeps in the day and wakes up when darkness falls. Bats prefer to be in a group. And then there's no end to the chatter. The bat has a wing membrane stretched between its arms, legs and body. And boy, it sure can fly. People need light to find their way in the dark. But the bat uses sound. It screams at such a high pitch that we can't hear it. And when the echo comes back, it knows exactly what things look like around it. We've called in a bat expert. A batman, you might say. He's brought along a bat detector, a machine that can transform the bat screams so we can hear them. And then they sound like this. In the forest around the castle lives another nocturnal animal. The badger. The badger cubs were born in the spring, and they're big already. They're easily recognized by the black and white stripes. But you hardly ever see them because they're very shy and have a super sense of smell, 700 times keener than ours. This is the twilight hour when they come out to feed. But like all kids, they prefer to play. Suddenly, one of them sensed something, and quickly into the cave. In the forest are large hollow trees. And if the hole is big enough, we might see someone we know. The bats are about to go into hibernation. Once they sleep, they can tolerate very low temperatures. But if it starts to freeze hard, it might be necessary to find a warmer spot. Maybe they'll move in with their friends at the castle. But for now, it's nice and snug in the old hollow tree.